Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the weekend windup. My name is Mara, and this is Mindfully Crocheted. I am here on Sundays to wind up the week. We wind up some yarn, we weave in some ends, we just do some general chit chat, and hopefully you all are doing well. Tonight, I have a few guests with me that I'll be bringing up, and I'm really excited because these are some ladies that I have wanted to do a live chat with for quite some time. And so this is like a dream fulfilled tonight. But I'd like to welcome you all in, and thank you so much for being here, for coming and joining me in my little corner of the YouTube streets. Hello to Dory. Welcome in. Dory says, Mara, yay, can't wait to see you and all y'all. She's like, let's see, estimated time tonight at 10 o'clock. My time will be with you. Yay. Well, I hope you're back, Dory. Thanks for popping in early tonight. And Alie, you may get to see her a little bit later. She says, hi, looking forward to chatting. Yes, well, I'm so looking forward to having you. There is Diane, and Samantha Stewart says, hi, Mara. Hi, Samantha. Am I tired tonight? Nope. I'm good. Hey, Paula, good to see you. Samantha's tired. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I don't know if you do caffeine, but well, and it's kind of late for you for caffeine, but anyway. And there's Jude. Hello. Whoopsie. Boy, my chat jumped and I clicked on down. So there is Samantha. Oh, my goodness. All right. Just 1 second. All right. Samantha's tired. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. There we go. Finally. I'm sorry about that. Hi, Mara and everyone in the chat. Okay. Yes, and Samantha typed in mindful, and you can do the same thing. You can type in mindful, and it'll drop your channel link right below. And Samantha says she needs more family members. Well, I have a few guests that are waiting to come up, and so I'm going to do my little welcome to my guests, and then we will be here to introduce. Okay, just 1 second while I pull up my little video. Maybe. Yes, here we go. All right. Hello. Hello, ladies. Want to welcome you all. For those, oh, hey, Chandler. I'd like to introduce my friends. Oh, and let me click off the.
Uh-oh. Am I frozen?
Uh-oh, did we lose her?
I think so.
Oh. I thought it was me.
My goodness, no, I think it's me. Holy moly.
It is. Oh,
Anyway,
goodness.
sorry about that, everyone. That was kind of scary. I overwhelmed my computer system by bringing everybody up at the same time. Holy moly. Well, anyway, let me click off the chat, and there we go. I'd like to welcome Alie from Alie Artifacts, and
Hello.
Michi from Michi's Crochet Nook, and Jude, Llamas in Pajamas. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the ladies, for being here today. I really do appreciate it. How are you doing tonight?
Good. Oh.
Oliver.
Jude has a friend.
Kitty photo bomb.
Yep.
Aw.
So tell us about Oliver there.
Hi, bud.
How old is Oliver?
Oliver is. Are you 8? Are you 8? I think you're 8. We never pay attention to how old the cats are. Round about 7 or 8.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I've got a small dog that is, how old is she? 9.5. 9.5, I think. 2014. So
Aw.
yeah, she'll be 10 in April. So
Hmm.
anyway, I know that there are people that are in the chat and they want to get to know you guys a little bit better. And so maybe we could just kind of start with Alie, and you could say, a little bit about yourself for people that may not know you yet.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Alie. My channel is Alie Artifacts, and I've been around since April, I guess, on YouTube. Shortly after Mara started, and so I have kind of like a full-time job. Well, not kind of, it is a full-time job. It definitely is a full-time job. And I work for a company that I do the software renewals, for this company. So it's kind of a boring job. I'd much rather be doing this situation with the crochet and the YouTube stuff and things like that. And I just have to shout out my sister's on. Hi, Ingrid. Thank you for being here, Ingrid. I just happened to see in the chat there. And Samantha asked if I could drop my channel. I think you've got that worked out for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that you guys typed into the chat, because I was going to have that set up. And then, I went on the little deep dive down creating that new little intro. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was going to just have everybody's channels dropping. So now I'm going to do that. Sorry.
I love that intro. That is such a cool intro.
Mara, Jeannie, Butterfly Dreams, she says, make her a moderator and she'll do it.
Oh, well, that's great. I know I was going to put it into Nightbot, so Nightbot would do it, but I would be happy to do that. Give me a sec. Well, and then also but you guys can type mindful. I was just hoping to save you be having to type in mindful, but please do.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Oliver will let me. That is.
Whoops.
That works.
Jude, I
Come
think
on,
I
bud.
did it at
Come
the
on,
same
bud.
time.
And let me go. And hi Jeannie, by the way, since you're there, just one second. Here we go.
Let me see if I can do it again.
Making sure I'm still subscribed to everybody. Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, it
thanks
did
so
share
much.
mine. Okay.
Yeah, it did share mine too. Sorry about that, guys.
No, that's great.
Mindful.
Great. I apologize. I
twice.
wanted to make it easy for you, and maybe, I dropped the ball a little bit.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So today I got together with some friends, kind of a belated birthday gathering, and one of them, her birthday is today, and we went to Red Robin, and we were just kind of chit-chatting over appetizers, and then I came home and I started messing around with Wondershare Filmora. It's like it could be a real big time suck, that's for sure. Like you just once you start in there trying to like create little intros or things like that, then all of a sudden like an hour is gone. I was like, oopsie, didn't mean to spend that much time. And then I looked at the clock and it was pretty close to 6:30. And so anyway, I apologize, but don't worry. We will make sure that your channel gets dropped a few times. And I really encourage you, everybody, to go and check out Alie and Jude and Michi and make sure that you are subscribed to their channels. And so I'm going to come back to you a little bit more too, Alie, but so Jude, why don't you tell us also a little bit about you and what you do outside of the YouTube streets?
Well, my name is Jude, and my channel is Llamas in Pajamas, and I don't do much of anything other than crochet, read. I like to write as well. I have 4 cats, and Mr. Pajamas and I are huge cat lovers. We always have been. We decided to start a channel so we could take part in the yarn community a little bit more. And we purposely didn't name it with the word crochet, even though there will be a lot of fiber arts, because I've always been involved in fiber arts. I've been crocheting for 30 years. But we also wanted to share something together and combine our interests and hobbies. So that's kind of what Llamas and Pajamas is it's our combined thing. And I think a lot of people are enjoying his photography and him going more in depth of learning to edit. And so we'll probably be sharing a little bit of, photography, editing, and all of the fiber arts that I get involved in. I would like to try spinning sometime, so I'm going to get involved in that.
Wow. Very
And
cool.
that's about it.
Very cool. Well, I know that you are a yarn enthusiast, and I love that. I love like when we're out in the various lives or there's auctions and things, I just, see you enthusiastic about the yarn. Plus, of course, I've watched your videos, your unboxings, and I've really
Yeah, I'm
enjoyed
bougie.
that.
I like the bougie yarn.
Yeah. I know. Raise your hand if you like the bougie yarn.
We all like bougie yarn, but I would like to say that I do love all yarn. I use acrylic like everybody else. I have plenty of it. I've crocheted for charity for 30 years. So I have definitely worked with acrylic my whole life. But I only started collecting bougie yarn this past April. That's the very first time I've ever bought anything above just your basic acrylic. So I am going a little nuts right now, enjoying myself with all my yarn that I've been denying myself for 30 years. So that's why it's all crazy and an explosion, because you're kind of seeing that part of my journey with me.
Oh, I should have asked, but do you have any of the little floofy butts nearby?
No, they're upstairs. They're upstairs in the yarn room, which is right above us.
Oh, that's so funny. I know. I thought it was so cute. I love your videos with the little oh gosh, the name has escaped me, but you'll
Inkari alpaca.
Inkari. Yes, I was like, there's an N sound in there somewhere. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So Michi, how you doing? Last night I saw you out and about in the YouTube streets, and
yeah, I was on John's. Yes, he's making one of his little a little yarn ball with crochet and crime shows, because I love crochet and I love true crime as well. Yes. And
what kind of true crime do you watch or listen to?
I watch some on here on YouTube. I like Bailey Sarian, Kirsty Daniels. There's so many. Annie Elise. I always want to say Annalise because that's my daughter's name, but hers is Annie Elise. Yeah, she's there. And of course, Stephanie Harlow. Love her.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think I have only heard of Bailey Sarian, of the names that you listed, and I would watch her, what is it, like Murder, Makeup, Mystery Mondays or something.
And she does the history. Yes. Yeah, she's amazing.
And I did used to listen to Crime Junkie on Spotify, but ever since I started kind of coming into YouTube, I just don't seem to do anything else. Like I watch Call the Midwife so that I can participate in the Cup to Hook with you on.
Yes.
But on Cynthia's Joyful Creations channel, she does like a trivia night where they watch Call the Midwife, and after this 12th season of Call the Midwife, we just started on Friday, then we're going to go to Anne with an E. Which, have any of you seen that?
Yes.
I have not. I have never seen an episode, so that will be.
See, that's how I was with the midwives. The Call of Midwife. I've never watched it, and then I started watching it, and I just jumped in with season. I watched season 9, kind of like get to the season 10, 11, and now 12. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the beginning, so I just started watching with the group. It's fun. It's a fun night.
It is fun. Yeah, and you don't even necessarily have had to watch it, but
right. So this Friday, the Christmas, I think I watched the first 5 minutes, and then just life happens. I mean, I have a full-time job, and then crochet and YouTube is a hobby, after hours, and I just totally started watching it, and then didn't have time to finish. I'm gonna have to try to watch some this week, catch up, and maybe watch ahead if I have some time.
Yeah.
And I also
I kind of like take notes as I go, but they're never enough. Like the notes that I say.
You said that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't do that. I just watch it. I don't take any notes. Maybe I should.
It's so funny. I mean, yeah. Well, like I will often just listen, and I won't watch something, because that's what we all do, right? Like we'll sit and we crochet and then we kind of listen. Well, then Cynthia will kind of throw out a question that like, what color was the blanket?
Right.
I'm like, what color was the blanket?
Yarn. Yeah. What color yarn did she? I'm like, oh my goodness. What was that? Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. Yeah. So you actually have to watch it. Yes. She'll throw some questions.
You do.
In.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. And yet, Jude, we have cats as well. We have 3 cats right now, and we have 4 dogs. Yeah. Hubby says it's too many, but we love them though.
Never too many.
Never too many, right? We love our fur babies.
Right.
That's right.
Now, Alie, do you have pets?
I do. I have a cat. She's actually 18 years old. Yeah, but she's, she's my kitten, and I call her Kitten, and she acts like a kitten. And she's very youthful looking. I don't know. I think so. But yeah, we've had quite some time.
When I just think about it, Gracie is now 12 years old. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
12. And then we got a rescue. We went to Petco, and you know how they have their little pet squares, those little crates, and we went and looked, and Frankie was sitting in there. She was all messed up. She had scratches and bloody spots all over. She had no whiskers, and she was just sitting in there shaking. And we're like, she's coming with us. She's not staying here. She's coming home. Yeah, she was abused. Yeah, she was abused.
Yeah.
Oh, my husband is allergic to cats, and well, I used to have cats, obviously before I got married, and I've been married for 26 years, and so I just haven't had cats. And like when growing up, we had cats, we had dogs, we had birds, we had fish, hamsters, rabbits, chickens.
Wow.
We just lived in a little neighborhood. We didn't live like on property or anything. We just had all these animals. I always said we were like the Noah's Ark because we had like 2 of everything,
That's nice. That's awesome. We used to have a rabbit. My daughter had a cute little rabbit, but she had a little incident outside. The dogs got a hold of her.
Oh no.
Yeah. They thought they were playing. Yeah.
Oh.
And no.
Hey, Lydia.
Yeah. Cats and dogs. That's pretty much it.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay, Christine.
What's everybody working on, Jude? What are you crocheting?
I am working on a Boggy Creek blanket. I'll turn it around.
Ooh.
Let me actually see. I know it's very bright. Very bright.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh, wait, you know what? If you don't mind, I'm just going to solo you real quick so that people can get a better view of it.
All right.
Gorgeous.
Oh, gosh, it looks like little hearts or butterflies. the way like
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
in that colorful corner there.
Yep. And I'm just going around using all the colors that are in it just to go around and granny it
Oh,
out.
nice.
What I was going to send these squares, but they ended up being a little bit too big than the 5 inches. So I was like, well, I'll just put them together and then I'll just, make the blanket out of them. And let me bring up my bag. These are all the colors that are going to go into it.
Wow.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have my
It is.
Queen's Craft bag.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Those are all the colors. So I think that's, all those colors. Very bright, very cheery. It's my second one so far. And I do have squares to send. I also am working on, if you just want me to bring my bowl over here.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
This has just started. This is going to be a tablecloth for a friend. And that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, wow. And that's going to be a tablecloth. Oh, is that the
Oh,
butterflies?
It's
Or
not a butterfly.
dragonflies?
It's a little flower. It'll open up to a full flower.
Oh,
Oh,
pretty.
it kind of, oh,
You
I
can see.
see. Yes.
Yeah.
But the way it was kind of not pulled
Mhm.
apart, it looked like the
Mhm.
butterflies.
And then the same person that's the second tablecloth I'm making for them. And the first tablecloth, I have a little sample of it, will be like this for the main body.
Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
And
So
I still have to
pretty.
put like about a 12 to 14-inch border all around this, but this is like a little mini tablecloth.
Pretty.
Oh,
Thank
it's so
you.
cute.
So those are my main makes right now, and I'm trying to squeeze in Boggy Creek into those. But I'll grab my bowl and I'll put it down and I'll just pick it up and start, working on it a little bit until it's done.
Right.
Wow.
I switch up whips as well. I get a little bored with one and then just pick up another one, work on it for a little while. I think we all have like multiple works in progress.
I used to be a person who could only work on one at a time, and that is it. Because if I stopped and went to my next project, I would forget what I was doing in the previous project.
Yeah.
So I was a one whip person, and all of a sudden, it's like if I want to work on such a lengthy project, I can't take part in anything else. So all of a sudden, I started doing all of these other things. I have to keep at least most of the projects pretty simple in order to be able to have multiple going. Otherwise, forget it. My brain can't keep up with it.
I do that a lot when I get new yarn. I get excited and I have to start something.
Right. Get like a new skein and you're like, ooh, I got all these ideas.
Right.
Sometimes I just sit down and start it and then just frog it. I just want to feel the yarn.
Yeah, it's like I don't want the yarn to do that. I want it to be something different. And by the way, it's nice to meet you, Michi. I've never met you, so it's nice to meet you.
Hi, yes, you too. Yes, up there.
Right. It's like the
That was
Brady
my
Bunch, like
introduction.
looking down and over. Oh, wrong way. This way.
Yes, I know. Well, it's so nice to have you. I know that Alie and Jude already knew each other before, but I'm glad that Michi has an opportunity to meet you as well. Yeah. So Michi, before the live, you had told me about a blanket that you had just started.
Yes.
You have that there. Would you like to show that?
It's the Bernat blanket, perfect phasing, and making my daughter a blanket. So I started with, see how it
that's
phases.
pretty.
Yes, and it's super
that's nice.
soft, super soft.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
And the first cake ended in the white, so I started the second cake with the white, and now I'm going to phase into the teal again, and then the one will start again the other way. So yeah, I'm gonna make her just a half double crochet, because with this thick, chunky, the stitches just get lost. The stitch definition is just not really there, and sometimes you can't really see. So yeah, it's just a half double crochet. It's pretty pretty quick workup.
Right. And you said you just started today.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And so how far does one cake of that, excuse me, how far does one go?
So I just started the second one. So right about here, like, where am I here? So I don't know. It's like, let me measure it. How many inches we've got going on here? Yeah, I did not, swatch. I did not. I just started. I just chained it up and just went by. I didn't. So let's see. So here is where the next one started. So we got 20 inches, and I made it how long or wide, the width of it. The width of it's approximately 38. So 38 inches wide. And then 20 inches, I guess. So yeah, I figure I'm probably gonna finish the whole 5 cakes.
Okay, to make it
long enough.
But you said it's about 38 inches wide?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here, as I'm sitting here covering myself, I said, yep, that's a good width. It's gonna be nice and cozy, nice and warm and soft.
I'm way behind in the chat here. I apologize for everybody that has come in. I want to say hello. For those of you who might be catching on the replay, thank you so much for coming in and being here. And then also for all of my observers that are watching from the Zen Garden but not participating, I have a little video for you as well. Those of you that are getting ready for bed or whatever it is you're doing for your day, this is for you.
That's cute.
I love that.
Thank you.
Is that a little lettuce head?
Yeah, there's like broccoli and a potato and romaine lettuce. Oh, I have this shirt. I don't know if I've worn it maybe on somebody's live or something, but it has some romaine lettuce on it and it says let us, or like lettuce, romaine calm.
Oh.
I know it's silly, but yeah, I work at a school, so
Hey, that's fun.
Kindergarten humor is my kind of thing. Yeah. And speaking of humor, if you would like some humor, you can type in the word joke and you will get a Nightbot dad joke. And I saw that Sandrine was here. I'm not sure if she's still here, but hello to Sandrine and hello Enid. And hey, Zach, good to see you. And so my pink bathtub, you guys, this is a new name for me. Is that's your friend or your?
She's friends with Mama G, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
My friend too, Diane.
Yay, there we go. I'm like, I don't know your first
I'm just
name,
saying,
so
like, that's where I knew her from. That's
my
from Mama G.
pink knits. Hello. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. If you're still here, I'm way behind.
My pink bathtub knits. Her name is Diane. She is from Canada. She knits, and she is awesome.
Oh, that's so great. Well, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it.
If she would mind, type mindful so I can find her too and follow her.
Yes.
Yeah, please do. If you'd like to have your channel link dropped, I just ask that you do it once per hour. And you just type in the word mindful, MINDFUL. And if you would like to get a mindfulness quote, you can type in the word yogi, YOGI, and Nightbot will give you a piece of mindfulness advice. And people are saying hello to each other. And like, since I'm so far behind, I'm just going to keep scrolling down. And Diana D says, have a good night, everyone. Wanted to stop in and give a thumbs up. Thank you so much. You're probably long gone since it's about 11 minutes ago. Sorry. I'm usually a little more attentive to the chat, but I definitely want to make sure that everybody gets to share what they're working on. And as soon as I catch up a little bit here, Alie, I'd love to hear, or maybe you could even just tell us a little bit about the don't tell me. It's going to come to Scrubby Sunday. And what is and then you could tell us the name of that project. I know that there are some various creators that are doing Scrubby Sundays, but I know that people here, there may be people that haven't heard about it and would really love for you to share.
Yeah, sure. You want me to share that now? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to kind of scroll down and say hi. I hope.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So Scrubby Sunday is, it was actually started with Heather at Strings and Threads. She was doing Scrubby Sunday on her own, just as like, hey, this is my Scrubby Sunday. I'm making washcloths. And then she would do a drawing for her viewers, to win the washcloths that she had been working on.
Mm-hmm.
And then American Starfish had reached out and said, hey, like we've seen that you've done this. What do you think about donating this to our organization? And the American Starfish works with homeless veterans. They have washing stations. They're working on doing like tiny homes, that type of thing. So they said, can you make some washcloths for us? And she said, yeah, well, let me get some help. And so she reached out to the yarning community and said, hey, would you do this? And everybody kind of, not everybody in the world, but like everybody just kind of reached out and said, yeah, let's do this. And so, yeah, there's probably, I don't know, I always forget to count how many there are, but there's quite a few. I would say maybe between 12 and 15 that are doing it on their channels. Other people that are doing it behind the scenes. I know Jude is doing it behind the scenes. Several other people are doing that as well. And they have gotten an amazing response because everybody's doing it, kind of, however many a week or whatever they're doing. But I think they're getting like hundreds and hundreds of these washcloths, and it's really cool. It's really cool to see. So.
Yeah, I think it's really neat. So is this something that they've just kicked off? I mean, like, I know that you've been making them for, what are you on, like week? Well, I mean,
13. I just did 13 today. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Right. Yes. So
but that's
like
just
13.
me. I think Heather has been doing this, I think since the beginning of the year. So so they've gotten a lot. They've gotten quite a lot because there were at least 8, I think, when I started, like 8 other content creators that were doing it when I started, and they were doing it on a regular basis. So, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Now, I know you do have a full-time job and everything, but you're doing, you said you were going to try to do, what was it, 2 a week or 4 a week? What was your
4,
week?
Yeah, I'm doing 4 a week so that I have
Right.
a total of 72 by the time everything is said and done. So, yeah.
And so you kind of did it over an 18-week period because it ends on, or do they need to receive them by Veterans Day? Or
yes. Yeah, they need to receive
so you have
them
to have them done before Veterans Day, right, and mailed to their location. And where are they located again?
They're in Arizona.
Right.
Yeah. So everything just has to be there by the 11th. So hopefully my last shipment will go out maybe like that weekend before, so they can get it. So yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, that's
They
cool.
are also accepting toiletries and gently used clothing and items like that as well. So if people want to donate those items, they can too.
Yeah, absolutely. They can go to their website, and let me go grab that real quick. And
I was going to say, if you want to paste a link in there.
Yes, absolutely. Let me go grab that real quick. Whoops.
I'm just gonna. Then, oh, and hey, OFG, I see that you're in the chat. Welcome in. He says he's the 22nd like. Well, thank you so much.
All right, let's see.
I just
And
gave my thumb.
hello
I forgot to do it.
Dee.
Oh yeah, let me check and see. Nope, I did earlier.
All right. Yes. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. So you can, I think it's really great if we, drop their website, or we can also, we're obviously you dropped your link, and we'll make sure that we drop your links again before we finish up.
Sure.
But when people are dropping their links, I encourage everybody to go over and check those out. Make sure that you are part of their families. Toss a little yarn in the windows. Let's grow together. I really appreciate it. And yeah, and so for the Scrubby Sundays and the washcloths, I think it would be great, for anybody that, I mean, even though you may not be, making like 72 washcloths, if you can, make a couple washcloths. I mean, you can knit them, you can crochet, you can do Tunisian crochet, whatever you would like.
I got tons of that scrubby yarn. I should make some of those.
Now, are they supposed to be cotton, or does it matter the material on that?
Oh.
I've been doing 100%. I've been doing 100% cotton, but I think you can also do like a cotton acrylic blends, that kind of thing. But I would probably stick more to the cotton because just for a washcloth, on the face, maybe like 100% acrylic might be not the best thing to use. It wouldn't be very, soft. Well, that soft is a good word too, but absorbent too. Like
right.
Yeah.
Now so interestingly, so they're serving the homeless veteran community in like the Phoenix area, or in just Arizona in general.
Let me see where their address is. It is in. It's Waddell, Arizona. I'm not sure exactly where that is, but but it is in Arizona. That's all I know. Yeah.
They're forming a tiny house community.
Mm-hmm.
They also have larger facilities that like a mess hall and places like that, and they're going to open up growing their own food and things like that, and anything that they have in excess, they're going to do like a farmer's market and sell it, so they can then use that money to pay for things like electricity and less self-sustaining things. So they're going to work on that, and they're working on buying more land also. So you can also donate monetarily to this cause as well.
Right, absolutely.
Right. I think it's really great. Now, I know they don't have to worry quite as much about, the frigid temperatures unless they happen to be one of the, like northern Arizona, get snow and things like that. But if it's further south in Arizona, then they may not have to worry quite as much about like frigid temperatures. But still, to have a roof over your head and, just some of the basic necessities in life.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
Also, I think the community of people who are experiencing the same thing, people to lean on and talk to and who can understand you, I think is also a part of that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Oh boy. Eventually I'll catch up. Just scrolling down.
I have to go back and forth because I look at the chat over on this one, but it's off. Like if I have to go back over here because it's delayed on the other one, so I have to go back and forth.
Right. I know. Sometimes it's better to just look at like on YouTube side, because it can be a little bit delayed on the StreamYard side of things. And hello to Mel. Thank you so much for coming in. Or people saying hello. I'm literally like almost 15 minutes behind, so I apologize. I just thought I'm gonna look.
Hey, I wanted to also shout out Jessie at Sweet Moments by Jessie, and Christine at Christine is Crocheting, because they both are doing the American Starfish washcloths as well, and maybe check their channels out as well.
Yes.
And if anybody else is on the chat that I didn't mention, it's because I didn't see you. I know some people are doing behind the scenes, but as far as like people doing it on their actual channels, those are the two that I saw.
That's great. Well, I know you were saying that some of them they put in the description box of their videos, kind of like the list of channels that are participating in that. And I think that's really great to do.
Yeah, I have that on my Scrubby Sundays every Sunday, just to make sure everybody knows, where else they can go to look at the different washcloths that are being made.
Welcome in. Living my best life at 60 says, I don't knit or crochet currently. That's okay. Is it something you want to learn?
Never too late to start.
Yeah, I know. There are definitely people that it's just a nice, like having a hobby like crochet or knit or spinning. I think it's very therapeutic, quite honestly.
It is very, very therapeutic. I use it after work to de-stress, get my anxiety level down for sure.
Yeah.
Can't imagine not having something to do with my hands and also to keep my mind and hands busy at the same time, or even, I don't know, it is so very therapeutic. And if you have anxiety, like I know when I leave the house, I have like white coat syndrome when going to the doctors, and I take my crochet with me and I crochet that nervous energy out. I can't imagine it not doing it.
I have gifted yarn to some of our patients because they come in with their knitting bag or their crochet, and I had this she's in her early 20s, and I was just so excited to see someone that young interested in this hobby. And I had some yarn at work that I just had delivered, and I gifted her some of it because she was knitting and wanted to try crochet. So I gave her that to try.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
On Carrie the Yarny Elephant's channel, she does random acts of kindness. And something that just occurred to me that would be kind of neat is if you just kept like a little beginner's crochet kit, it's like a Ziploc bag that's got an H hook or an I hook and some 4-weight yarn or something. And then I don't know, just something basic. And I don't
Piece
know,
of
maybe
paper with some channels on it to point them in the direction of having like a visual tutorial for people that are really good at teaching. It is. I actually thought of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you actually have it, like you go into, let's say you're at a doctor's office and you're like, hey, are you interested in picking up a new?
I was at the optometrist and I was crocheting, waiting for my appointment. And there was a woman who I could hear. She goes, look, she crochets so fast. She like whispered. And I heard it. And I looked over at her and I said, I've been crocheting for 30 years. Do not be intimidated. Because I heard her talking about when she's learning. And I had wished at that moment that I had in the car something to give her, to help her on that journey. So I was like, oh, I really need to make something up just in case I have that moment again. But I was talking to her about maybe 10 minutes or so about it and telling her, however you hold your crochet hook, whatever is, that's right. Whatever is for you, that's right. It's no particular way. And like trying to, give her some little advice to begin with, but 10 minutes just isn't enough time. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Those little kits are a great idea. That's a great idea. It gives me ideas for all of our anxiety and depression patients. That's a great idea. I may have to.
Absolutely.
I probably already miss you, Chandler, but good night. Thank you for coming. She says 5:30 comes early. Yes, and I know that for those of you on the eastern side of the US that it's starting to get a little late.
It is, yeah.
10:44 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9:45.
My goodness.
And I have a sulky cat over here. He's missing his usual evening cuddles where
Oh,
he has obsessed with my scarf I wear, and he wants me to share my scarf with him and cover him in it, and he does this every single night, and he's
Aw.
over here sulking about it.
Like, oh,
Aw. Dee says, I'm back. Had to give Tutu her meds. Well, thank you. Mel is saying big hugs to you and Tutu, Dee. Jessica says, Dee, I need to send you an email. And then she says, I will now.
We've had quite a few people drop in and say hi.
Yes,
oh.
that's very nice. I know it's late and a lot of people are, either sleeping or getting ready for sleep, but I do appreciate you being here
Yeah.
to finish out this Sunday night. Now, do you have a washcloth right now that you're working on, Alie? Is that what you're?
No, I'm actually I'm hoping to participate in a craft fair that's coming up, and I'm making pumpkins. So I I call these my pumpkin carcasses. I'm just working on a pumpkin carcass.
Oh, here,
It's a really cool colorway.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
that.
Here, do you mind if I make you solo on there?
Oh yeah, no worries.
So we can see that a
Beautiful.
little closer up.
Oops. So it's a Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It's like my favorite acrylic, and it's called Jazzed Stripe. And I like making pumpkins in like weird colorways and things. So so that's
and
just
hold
kind
up
of,
that way. So it's like a flat panel, or
yeah. You just make just a rectangle. You kind of go this way, across like this, and then you put it together. You sew it up the side, cinch it here, kind of pull it through, cinch it. Stuff it, cinch it all together. It's a whole thing, but it's fun. I mean, I like making them. So yeah.
Now, where did you? Is this a pattern that you found somewhere? You saw?
I actually, honestly, I can't remember. I want to say it was Bella Coco. I think she was the one that was doing. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's just like double crochet in the back loops only. Like the whole way. So it kind of creates like, you can't quite tell because of the variegation. Oh, I'm going the wrong way with my camera, but
is it? It's like a
yeah. I don't know if you can kind of see the ridge there.
Yeah.
But so it kind of creates that, and it kind of makes it look like pumpkin-y.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of the term? Somebody help me out
Pumpkin-y.
here.
That's it.
Pumpkin-y.
But I did come up with my own way to do the stem. So because I didn't really I know a lot of people would do like the cinnamon sticks, and they're cute and stuff, but I just kind of wanted something that looked a little bit more like realistic or something. So I'm working on that too. Yeah.
Alie makes beautiful pumpkins.
Oh,
I love her pumpkins so much.
I need to see one or a picture of
know,
one.
I don't even have a finished one.
For some reason, my brain is not visualizing how it looks when it comes together.
I don't know if I can do this, if I can show you my phone. I think I have a picture of one that I had done to just like show you what it looks like. Hold on.
I have never made a pumpkin ever.
It's pretty.
I haven't either, but I'm going to make some this year. I bought some yarn just to make them. So let's hope I can squeeze it in before the end of the month.
I made a hollow one time and put some candy in it, and it had it like the top was like a separate lid.
Mm-hmm.
It had the little green stem on it. It was just kind of a plain little like orange bowl with a little lid and a green stem. So you got the idea like it was a pumpkin, and you had to kind of keep it filled with candy so it would maintain its little shape. But I gave that to the secretary of the elementary school that my kids went to. And I think, so that was probably like 8 to 10 years ago. And I don't think I've made a pumpkin since. Hello, Dory. She says,
just a tiny one. I don't know if you can kind of see it.
Oh, let me make you big again so we can see it at least
There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wait a minute. That started out as like a flat panel?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it did.
Really?
Wow, that is so cool.
And the
Yeah.
stem,
Thank you.
well,
Wow.
the stem
So yeah,
crochet
it-
well.
it's just the way you sew it up and
Mhm.
cinch it in and stuff, and yeah. So
Excuse
yeah.
me.
I'm mesmerized. Wow,
I don't know
very
how she
cool.
gets such a beautiful shape to them, but she
Yes.
really
Yeah.
does.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Dory is saying she's late, but hello, Mara, the panel and chat. I know, and I've been covering up your names by showing the chat, but we've got Alie and Michi and Jude here tonight joining me, and I'm very excited to have them with me. Thanks everybody for coming. And maybe if you guys have any questions in the chat for me or for one of our guests, feel free to ask, and hopefully I see it. And this is Jerry. Hello, Jerry. I'm going to show the project that I worked on in just a second. I'm determined. I'm going to catch up with the chat for at least a minute or two. And there's the reminder that if you'd like to drop your channel, you can type mindful in the chat, and then just do this once per live stream or once per hour, unless otherwise requested. Okay, and Lydia says she's still here. Oh, and I think you probably already did. We said, you said you were making pumpkins, so you showed the colorway. That is really a nice colorway. I like that variegated look to it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of really cool. I mean, it's got like the fall kind of colors and stuff, like rust and kind of off whites, but it's got purples in it too, and greens, and it's just I really like it.
What's the name of that for those that are interested? Again, can you?
It was Jazzed Stripe.
Jazzed Stripe.
So I love this yarn print.
Yeah, you know what? I have another. I love this yarn print written down somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna have to find that note because I can add it. Nope. No. Oh well. I'm a little disorganized at the moment. All right, but I love this yarn print. Yeah, there was another one that Teresa TDP. She was on my live last week, Sunday, and she was using a colorway. Maybe it was like purple something, but it was a print and very, very nice colorway.
My husband just went and found a couple of my pumpkins.
Oh,
he was like running around
oh,
trying to find them. So this
that's so awesome. Thanks.
This is kind of a
Mark.
That's great.
I don't know. It's a little misshapen. It was in a box, but this is one.
You know what though? But pumpkins are pumpkins.
Yeah,
most
right.
pumpkins are not like perfectly symmetrical. So I think that's really cool. You could just just
exactly.
right in the middle.
Weird little things and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh, that's so
this
cool
one.
looking.
And then this one is I really like this one. I like the colorway on this one.
Oh, that looks so good.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
I think
neat.
this one is also Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton, and it's Citrus Punch, I think is what it's called. So yeah, so there's that one. Yeah,
it's a really nice color for
beautiful. And so wait, the stem is the same.
Oh yeah,
yarn.
No, it's actually different. It's a different color.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different color altogether.
I like how it kind of swirls. How do you?
Yeah, that's my secret little.
That's your secret. Okay, she's got like a secret, top secret.
That's right. I mean, I'll probably do a tutorial at some point, but yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. I have to go back and try to remember what I did because I made them all last year, and I'm like trying to make them this year. I was like, yeah, I should probably figure this out again.
Yeah, when I was making the poncho, I made sure I was like, I'm gonna write every single thing down that I did so that I would
yeah,
so that I could actually go back and type it up later. Oh my goodness.
That's it.
Okay. Heads up, y'all. I'll be changing my YouTube name. It's just going to be Jessica SMC. starting Friday the 13th. Okay, Jessica, we should be able to figure that out, right? I hope that we could figure out the show me confections is SMC, but that's great. Simplified it a little bit.
I'm looking at my cotton tub right here that was close to me. So I could use for the washcloths as long as it's 100% cotton, right?
100% cotton or high cotton content, I would say.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I think
If you had like a 50-50 acrylic, 50 cotton, 50 acrylic, is that high enough? Or I mean, I have a lot of 100% cotton, but I'm just,
See, this, for example, this Premier Home cotton is 85 recycled cotton, 15 polyester.
That would be fine.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I had asked Heather about the Premier Just Cotton, and because it's a blend of cotton and acrylic. I don't know what the percentages are, but she said that would be fine to use that. So I've been using it on just little bits and things. So
Yeah, all of these, but I do have some of the 24/7. Those are 100%, I believe. Yeah, mercerized though. Mercerized cotton.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. I think I've done a couple of them with the mercerized, but it's just a kind of a weird texture, and I don't know if it's absorbent or not.
Yeah, I use it. I use that more for like my coasters and bags. I like to use the bags.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got all of this eco cotton. I know this is loops and threads, and it's also 85% cotton and 15% polyester.
Yeah,
but I do
that would
have
be fine.
I do have some. I love this cotton. I do have some of that.
There's a charity that is called soapsacks.com, I think. And they list the ability to use 100% cotton or the high cotton amount. You can have a blend, a high blend. And those are, they put them in food pantries. You're supposed to donate it, make the little soap sack and put the soap inside and then donate that. Through the website, they tell you how you can donate up to 70-pound package for $15. So you don't have to, for shipping, because shipping, of course, will be pricey. So they have some sort of deal going because of it's an organization. But they also give their soap sacks to disaster relief and things like that. So that's another place if you want to continue making cotton soap sacks afterwards. You can look at that place and see if you want to donate.
I have a lot of.
Hey, Mama G.
Mama G.
I was chuckling at the joke I saw go by, Mara.
Oh, I know, that was funny. I did bring it up on screen, but I'm going to go back to it because it was cute. Dory
I love the joke
requested a
so
joke,
much.
and it's like, don't buy flowers at a monastery because only you can prevent florist friars.
Oh,
Florist.
And I saw
fry.
Bridget. Bridget came in too.
Oh,
So,
Bridget, good.
Bridget, look what I get. I finally get to use my bags.
Oh gosh, it is so gorgeous. The colors on that. I'm gonna
Isn't
have you
it?
hold it up solo, Jude.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
just hold like the fabric. Yeah, and if
Bridget
I
just
ever
I'll put it
see
up.
Bridget's name on there, Bridget, make sure you type in mindful so that we can go, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I love the green and that blue together. I think it's such a good combination.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is a gorgeous bag. And it's a butterfly kind of, there's butterflies on it.
There are butterflies on it.
I love it.
That's really pretty.
It is gorgeous. And is that one of her medium knot bags?
Yes, medium Japanese knot bag. And I actually happen to have even other ones over here. This is the takeout bag.
Oh, cool.
This
Let me
small
make
sock
you
bag.
solo for a little bit while you show your bags.
I just happen to have them next to me because I was going to use them later to put yarn in.
So that one is like a takeout bag?
Yes, it is called a takeout bag because of the way the
Oh,
top
because it looks
sits.
like one of those, like a
Yes.
Chinese takeout.
And it's got a wrist strap and you can put your yarn in there. It fits up to 150-gram cake. Am I right, Bridget? I think Bridget will have to tell me if I'm right or not.
Awesome.
But I am, and let's see the dragonfly. I love the dragonflies, and of course
Oh,
I
that's
have it
pretty.
in the same pattern, this butterfly one too.
Aw.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Oh, neat. That's so cool. And then it can kind of snap, but then maybe you can still have the strand of yarn coming out of
Yes,
it.
the strand of yarn comes out of the top of it or the side if you prefer. There's
Uh-huh.
plenty of room for it to come through, and you can
It's so
hold on to it and
cute.
walk around with it and take your project on the go. And it's, it's small but convenient.
Mm-hmm. I know
So,
back in the day when my kids were doing sports, like my son played football and my daughter was a cheerleader, and we would go to the football game. Oh, and then my son was in the band. So there was one year when my daughter did cheer, my son was in the band, and my other son did football or whatever. And we're in the stands, and I got my crochet with me. It would have been great to have just like a little bag like that, just to
uh-huh.
when I
Yeah,
was going to get popcorn.
I started taking my crochet with me everywhere. I used to not because I always had large projects going, like blankets. I could
Right.
take them for a certain period of time, but after they reached a certain size, I couldn't take it with me, and I was always a, one whip person. So now I actually have a travel whip that I take with me, and I'm in the car, or in the
Mhm.
doctor's
Yes.
offices and places like that.
Yeah. When things were just, kind of opening up late, after like things were opening back up after, quarantine and things were
Mhm.
closed down, we went to a Seattle Mariners game, and they didn't allow you to bring a bag unless it was see-through.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I picked up a couple of like the clear vinyl cinch bags, and I started using them. Well, after using it to hold my stuff in, at a Seattle Mariners game, then I started using it to just shove my projects in. And
Cool.
anyway, and they're a good size. You can carry it around on your back with the little cinch. I mean, I haven't, like, there was one time when I did have like the cake of yarn in my back, and I just kept, I was sitting down somewhere and crocheting with the yarn like coming over my shoulder. Oh, goodness. But yeah, they were saying the pumpkins are a really great shape. Yeah, I agree. Am I getting close yet? No,
Thank you.
probably not. I'm still like 8 minutes behind. All right. Gonna lay
I
down
hope.
or get a bowl of ice cream? I would get a bowl of ice cream. What kind of ice cream? And if you already got the ice cream, what kind did you get?
My husband, he ate a banana split here just a little bit ago.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I haven't had a banana split since I was a kid.
Chocolate almond. He's
My
a
pink
chocolate
bathtub
almond
says, I
ice
vote for ice cream all the time. Hey, little Carrie. Good to see you. Finally, there's Bridget. I'm finally at least there. She's saying hello to everyone. Yeah, she says she'll probably fall asleep while eating ice cream in bed. Mama G just watched Bridget's last video. Ziva would leave me alone in the ice cream too. She would wait for me to wake up with my face covered in ice cream and then lick me clean. Oh my goodness. You're puppers. She says, when you're ready to spin, Mama G, I'm so ready to sit down with you and help you any way I can. Aw.
Good night, Polly. Polly has to leave.
Yes, I'm not sure if I already saw that that goodbye from Jerry. But thanks for hanging out with us. So she is going to get ice cream, and she said she'll be right back. And that was a while ago, so maybe she's already back to tell us what kind of. Lydia says hi to Brenda Michelle, and people are saying hello.
Diane read that as health, not Heath ice cream.
Oh, everybody's going to want ice cream now. Thanks a lot, Mama G.
Oh, right. I wish. I need the health ice cream is what I need.
Oh, right. Not the Heath ice cream, but
Not the Heath, but the health.
I know. Well, you guys can't see it, but I've got here, you're going to see it. I picked up my first candy corn. Now I know, crinkly bag. That people are either yes candy corns or no candy corns.
I like candy.
Okay, so Jude is a no.
It's pure sugar, but I like it.
Yeah.
I know. It's so bad. All right. Yep. All right, Jude. You're sort of odd woman out on that one.
That's okay.
That's
I'm
right.
usually the oddball.
You probably have a lot of supporters in the chat.
Jeannie says no.
No.
Like,
Letters.
no. It's a big N-O.
Okay, I also have Reese's peanut butter cups.
You got a stash.
Middle.
Get a sideways
Middle.
on that.
That's awesome. Hey Jude, look at what the mug I'm drinking out of.
Oh,
This is the one you gave me in my little.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
It's so pretty.
oh my gosh, it's
Isn't
gorgeous.
Isn't that beautiful?
yes.
Yeah, she gave me this huge box of yarn and goodies and all this kind of stuff, and there were 2 of these in the box, and it's wonderful, and I love it. It's like I like holding it like this and just love it. It's a perfect shape.
I love the mugs that you can get your hand in there, like you put your hands, and your hands don't have to overlap. They're big enough where they can just rest side by side and get equal heating.
Yeah. Well, I have arthritis, so it's like this is perfect. I can just kind of put my little finger under there and right here and just kind of, it's perfect. I love it. And I have 2 of them.
I went for prettiness. That was just a bonus, I guess.
Well, Jude, you're like one of the most generous people I think I have seen
Very
in the
much
YouTube streets. You are
very
so
much so.
kind and generous.
Yeah.
Yes. And both of you, all of you are such good supporters of people's channels and everything. And
I wish I could be everywhere, and I wish I could do everything, but there's only so much you can do.
Right, I know. And it can be overwhelming to try to keep up, right? It really can. It's, we want to be at every live. We want to, and we also want to, crochet. And I find obviously I'm glad that you guys have been at least able to work on the items that you're working on, because it's very challenging to actually work and manage a live or whatever. And
absolutely,
eventually one day I'm just going to be like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to read the chat except for whatever pops up. But anyway, good night, Paula. Thanks for coming.
Good night.
And there we go. We're going to see Bridget's channel right there. So make sure that, I'm sure y'all have already, made friends with a lot of these people, but feel free to go and double check to make sure. And ladies, you may want to type in mindful again, just.
Oh, sure.
Yes, that would be great.
Absolutely. I don't know if you heard, Oldie had a sneeze fit over here.
I didn't actually hear it.
It's like 20 sneezes in a row.
Oh my goodness. Somebody said, bless you to Michi. And I was like, did Michi sneeze? And I didn't even notice.
Mr. Oldie. It was Mr. Oldie.
Oh. So here is a mindfulness quote for Lydia. It says, take a break and reconnect with the present moment through mindfulness. You guys can also get animal facts if you'd like by typing in animal facts Eventually, I'm going to have some llama facts in there. And, but right now I just have like my 6 favorite animals, but I'm thinking of making one called Woolly Facts.
Oh, that would be cute. All the wool givers. Yeah.
Yeah, so that it'll be like alpacas and llamas and sheep and goat and
camel
yeah,
and bunnies.
yes,
Angora
I know. Yeah,
rabbits.
like yeah, so that'd be kind of fun, like Angora, right? Get our
That'd be cool.
And Dory says hello to Bridget the Queen. She says, how are you tonight? I sew, tonight sewing. Dory. And Nightbot says, thanks, Dory, for hanging out with us today.
Jeannie says she finished 3 projects today. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Well, I did finish. I made one today. Here's actually my finish.
Your mug rug.
Oh, yeah, this is my 3rd one. So I made this one. Okay, my first attempt at mosaic. I showed this last week. It's so funny because so I didn't know that when you do mosaic, you just go across and across and across, right? In one direction. You get to the end, you cut, you start over, you cut.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And so when I did this, I was turning it.
Okay.
So anyway, but it still looks okay. It's just not the intended mosaic pattern.
It's semi-mosaic.
Then I did it the right way, and I made one just like this, which I gave to a friend. And then today I made another one.
Very pretty.
Those are cool.
Then I am also working on a blanket. There's several of us that are working on a blanket called the Peacock Plumes. And this is kind of like a baby Sophie's universe. It's not as complicated, I'm assuming, but it is a 9-part project, and I'm only on part 1. Part 1 has 23 rounds, and I'm on round 22.
That's beautiful.
So I'm almost done with part 1. There's all these little, she calls them a bead stitch, but they're just kind of like a single crochet, but with extra chains on it. It's really neat. And then it kind of folds over.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Very textury.
Yeah. So it's a gorgeous blanket. I highly recommend people checking it out. The pattern, I'm not sure if she has a tutorial. It's in 9-part tutorial, and she has left-handed and right-handed versions of it. So on YouTube, you can just watch it and follow along, and do it with her. The pattern is only like $5 on Ravelry and it's available in a couple of places, but I got mine through Ravelry. Anyway, it's a gorgeous project, and I'm looking forward to.
It's really pretty.
Yes. Yeah. I think she's saying a 250-gram cake for that takeout bag.
Very good. I'm so glad she's here because I would mess it up.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good amount, though. I mean, it's like.
It is.
I wonder. Oh, I don't know if I do have like a small kitchen scale in here. I was going to weigh this, but this is probably less than a 200. This probably.
Yeah.
Like the original size of this might have been what fits in there. But this is left of my fiddleberry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 100-gram skeins in this. Easy.
Oh, in the medium size bag.
Yeah.
Well, the little takeout bag would probably hold like just one big one, right? One big. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
That's 100-gram, so you can get in like basically 2 of those if it's in a cake form.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very Very cool.
It looks smaller. I mean, you'd think I'm not going to be able to get that in there, but I didn't think I'd be able to get this many of these in this either, but I did. And it
Yeah, you're
wasn't
like,
difficult. It wasn't hard though. I don't
hello,
know.
my
I'm obsessed.
China. She said, China
Uh,
says, hello, Mara. Hello, beautiful ladies on the panel.
Hi.
I don't know if she's still here, but my sister was she texted me that she was leaving. So bye, Ingrid, if you're,
Hi,
if you're
Ingrid.
still
Thank you
here.
so much for coming and supporting your sister and
Yes,
me.
thank
We appreciate it. Oh, goodness. I love making special bags for all the amazing people, says Bridget. I just
love
can't
her
stop. I
bags.
did it again, says Dory.
I'm addicted to her bags. I really am.
I know. Eventually I'll get one.
Me too. I want to get one too. I may have to.
I say I never have enough bags ever. I don't know why I never have enough bags, but I just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. They get filled like within 5 minutes of me getting a bag. They get filled with something, and I don't have any bags.
China says that she is lurking and working. And so for all of you that are observers, I'm going to show our little observers video again. This is for you, China.
I love that so much.
Says good night. He's going to bed.
Yes, and not now, but later. For all of you that came late, go back to the beginning and just watch my new little intro and tell me what you think of it.
Definitely. It's awesome.
I love
did
it.
A special little one for fall or October. So anyway, yeah.
It's a great intro.
Go check it out.
Well, I started a little washcloth. I'm working on a washcloth.
Oh, that's great. See, you inspired her. Oh, Michi, let me make you big so that we could see that colorway up close.
Oh, yeah. This is the colorway.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's really pretty. I like that. Love those colors. Are they jewel tone?
I did 2 rows. Did I do one row of single crochet, and then now I'm doing the half double slip stitch, half double slip stitch.
Oh, neat.
Very cool.
Cute.
Very cool. I like it.
Cute. I like it.
I'm thinking I've got 100% cotton.
I know I do have another cup with 100%, but
dishcloth or 2 somewhere. But yeah, and I think I just put it away. But yeah, over on my shelf over there, I've got some variegated. It's the peaches and cream in the cone, and so maybe I've made those cones go a really long way. I mean, I think they've got like a 1,100 yards in them or something, and I can make a couple of washcloths before the like 5th or 6th of November, because my thought is just in case. You probably want to get them, in the mail by the 7th to the 8th of the month or something, depending on where you're shipping from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't turn around, and if it came the day late, they would, send it back to you.
Right. Yeah. I imagine the intent is, to have a good amount by Veterans Day. And I think that's a nice deadline to have.
Yeah.
I think when I used the cones, I think I got about 13 or 14 out of a cone. And that was using Suzette stitch, which is kind of a little bit of a yarn eater. So.
Yeah, they were so pretty. She showed me the washcloths that she did. They were so pretty.
They've already been sent off.
That's awesome.
I can't show them.
And you're so good. You can just work from the cone. I have to go back and forth. I need to change colors up. I'm just I'm all over the place with them.
Yeah.
That's okay. When I get down to just small amounts, then I do that. But generally, I just stick to the one.
Yeah.
This colorway spoke to me today. It's just kind of like,
That was a
hello.
cool one. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of, fall colorways. It's so nice. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to pull out the darker colors again. But I mean, I have a huge box of yarn next to me for this project. And I'm getting to use my new wool genie.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Yes.
So it's got my, one of my skeins, but really for this, I need to have like 3 wool genies. But anyway, it's nice. Like some of those yarns that are hard to get a center pull out of it without getting a lot of yarn barf, the wool genie is great for being able to pull from the outside.
I learned somewhere I watched a short where it said that if you get a lot of yarn barf, it's not supposed to be pulled from the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I know.
I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But I am a middle puller. I love to pull from the middle.
Yeah. Well, the yarn tends to stay put a little better if you're pulling it, That's a nice little gap in there after you've pulled out a little bit, and then it just comes out so much easier instead of flopping all over the place. But the wool genie is really great for that.
It does look great. I think I'm gonna, that's gonna be one of my next, I need to add that to my wish list.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Now I heard, and I don't know if it's true because I haven't gone looking for them because this was a gift for my birthday. But I've heard that you can only get them from like the Wool Genie place.
I don't know.
Wool Genie out there, let me know. Christine says, in the house, aloha everyone. I don't know why, but I'm just seeing the live now, so I'll have to catch the replay. No problem. Thanks for coming in, Christine. Good to see you. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Hey, Proverbs Genie. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, she says she loves her wool genie. Genie, do you have to get it at a certain place? You can only purchase it at a certain place?
I think it's an international kind of. Just going to look and see if I had the paperwork, but I have nothing. My room is a mess right now.
Well, I wish I would remember to bring it upstairs, though. I saw a video and someone had this on their video, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to go look at that. And I ended up ordering one. And it's one that hangs. It's like the wool genie, but it hangs instead from whatever surface.
Is the Australian one?
Yes.
Yes, I saw that too.
Oh.
I got the small one and I got the larger one. Yeah.
Thanks, Mel. She's like, I love candy corn and candy pumpkins, but no candy Indian corn. Oh, you don't like that? Like like the brown one where it's like brown instead of yellow? And
oh, I don't know.
I like them all. I like them all.
Me too.
But I did buy the Target brand. It's called Favorite Day. They had like a giant tub of candy corn, and it looks the same as the Brock's candy corn, but it really doesn't taste the same. I did a little side-by-side comparison today. Like they look the same, but I'm thinking if I was to like grab one, like do a blind taste test, I'd be able to tell the difference. They're still good, but I do like the Brock's better.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to taste like?
Brock's.
Sugar.
Brock's.
Just sugar.
Yeah, just sugar. Yeah.
Corn syrup. That's really what I mean to say. I'm sure it's not sugar. It's corn syrup.
I could never figure out what are they supposed to taste like besides nothing in wax.
Yes, and in true Mara fashion, I did open it upside down. So to read the back label, I have to pinch the hole closed. Sugar. Oh, it actually does have sugar, but the second ingredient is corn syrup. So, yeah, you don't want to read. You do not want to read the ingredients.
No, they're not very healthy, but they're delicious.
I know. And it's really, for me, it is only once a year, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
this will probably be the only pack of it. Well, okay, that and the big $5 favorite day tub of it that I also got. But I decided I'm going to take that into work and leave it on the table in the staff room, and then people can, help me with it.
Eat it. Yes.
And that was for research. So
Yes, it was. It was. Bridget's like, yucky, no candy corn for me. There you go. See, I told you there'd be people in the chat that don't like it.
Yep. We're on the same team. You're in my team, Bridget.
Yeah, so talking to Bridget, saying that the yarn you spun, I just love them. Do you use a drop spindle? I know nothing about spinning. It seems like a drop spindle, like, can you get a good consistency on spinning yarn that way?
I've watched them do it, and I think the more, experienced you are, I think they can do it.
Yeah, I think it's all about experience, regardless what tool you're using to spin.
Yeah.
Mama G says, I can eat candy corn till I get sick to my stomach.
Yes.
Bye, Jessie. Sweet Moments by Jessie's heading out.
Oh, bye. Yes, Jessie.
Bye.
SMC. She'll be changing it, so we might as well start calling her that now.
Oh, that's Sweet Moments by Jessie. Sorry.
And Mel says, Reese's, yes. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Frozen or not frozen? Because I like to put these in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or any chocolate, really. I like to take,
I have them in my crisper drawer in my refrigerator.
I like to put
Yeah.
I like Milky Ways. I used to put Milky Ways in the freezer.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You have to be careful because, like you want to just bite into it. And that's so bad for your teeth. Yeah, I've got a dentist appointment on Wednesday. But yeah, but I love them. When I was a kid, I used to stick 3 Musketeers in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you take them out, how 3 Musketeers, you can sort of like break off the outer shell of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I would break all. So like when it was frozen, it came off like better. It just like chunked off. And then you'd have like that inside nougat.
Yeah. A fluffy nougat.
Yeah. I love it. Dory says, I love Peep too. So Peeps, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Peeps.
No, I cannot.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No.
And for
Not
whatever
either.
reason, if there's going to be a stale Peep, I will get it. I'll get the stale Peep.
No.
Somebody will we won't go through the Peeps. And if you open the package and then you just have one, then they'll be stale. Like you have to eat all the Peeps if you're going to eat. And for me, I just can't do that granulated sugar. I do love marshmallows though, but
There's something about the sugar crystals with the Peeps that I don't like that.
Yeah. I had a coworker who loved Peeps.
It may be just a texture thing, maybe. I don't know. I love them because I'll break it apart and eat the middle, but I like the crystal sugar around it.
Yeah. I stuck one in the microwave once just to see. I put a paper plate and I stuck it in the microwave to kind of watch it puff up.
Did it puff up?
It did. It did a bit, but yeah. But it starts to get a burned smell, so you can't really leave it in there very long.
Oh, the sugar past caramelization.
Yes. Peep experimentation. But one of my coworkers loved Peeps. And she got breast cancer and she had surgery and she had treatment. So she was out of work, or she was on leave for several weeks. I can't remember how long she was out, but then she came back to work and we went, and it was around Easter time when she came back. And so all of us went and bought like 5 boxes of Peeps. And so we probably had about 60 boxes up, and we just filled her cubicle with like,
Oh
we
my
just like, there were peeps in the
Aw.
drawer and peeps on the chair and peeps all
Oh,
over.
wow.
That's awesome.
And she was so excited about it. She had
Aw.
not lost her taste for peeps.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, and they have peeps at different times of the year. You know, like they have 4th of July peeps, and they've got Halloween peeps, and you know, not just for Easter. You can get Christmas peeps, and
Yeah, I
Nah, the
I'd
peep
rather
loop.
get the big marshmallows. I like those.
yeah, just like regular jet. What is it, like jet
Jet
puff?
puffed.
Yes.
I like those.
My husband's going to bed now, and he came by and he said, "Tell them they're doing a great job."
Aw.
Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Or should we call him Mr. Artifacts?
There you go.
Like Mr. Pajamas. Now, Michi, do you have like a Mr. Crochet Nook or no?
No, he's not into well, he likes what I make. He does. But no, he's a hunter. He hunts
What does he hunt?
deer.
Deer?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You should
It's
crochet him
sweet,
something in
right?
safety orange.
There you go.
Probably.
I have.
Exactly.
Like Dee does. Yeah, doesn't Dee Mark do that? Doesn't he make crocheted hats for people? Or could have sworn.
That's a great idea to make a nice bright orange hat.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
here we go. I know it's been a while, but you'd have to scroll up. We'll make sure that we drop your guys' links again. But there is Jude's channel. Please make sure to check her out. And there's Michi's channel.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I really need to get my yarn room done. And this next weekend, my husband will be on his time off, and he's going to help because we have to move some furniture to storage. And because I want to get my start videos, get my courage up, and just get in front of the camera and just do it. you know, because I want to show my appreciation because I am at 300 subscribers. I'm so excited. I'm like tearing up every time I look at my YouTube Studio app, and I'm just like, oh, I'm just so happy. And and I have, because I have a box, I have been collecting things for the giveaway, and I'm so excited because I think it's gonna be great. Yes.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
I have to get that courage and just do it. And I thought about just doing it as a pop-up live, because lives are different. It feels different because when I sit there and I try to talk, like try to practice for a video, it's just I don't know, it's harder. It seems harder than a live or be on the panel. But yeah, I'm excited. I appreciate, so whoever is subscribed that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, it means so much. Yeah. Because my daughter, when she said, "Mom, just make a channel, just show them your work, just make some shorts, use your phone," and I did. And then when we got to like 10 subscribers, I was like, oh, excited. 10 people are willing to watch this, and then 20, 30, and then 100, and now I'm at 300, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, that is awesome. I know it's really amazing to just kind of see that slow, steady growth. And, you know, I think when I first started, you know, back in March, I've just really been, you know, I did my first video in like around spring break in March. And then like a couple months later went live for the first time. And I did go up on some other people's lives, but I found like every time I made a video, it was so laborious. I mean, I literally spent hours, you know, And the nice thing is like, yes, you make mistakes. You say, you flub some things up, and like you can start your whole video, over when you're like, shoot, I said yards and I really meant to say meters. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to go back and fix that mistake. Like I would have redone an entire video if I said yards instead of meters, I'm like, but now I'm like, oh no. Like, I already took enough time. Like I'll go back and I'll type in a note that says, when I said, just under 500 yards, I really meant meters, oh well. Like,
Gotcha.
I should do a competition. Like if you find a mistake in my video and you put a comment about it, then you'll get entered. You'll get entered for a prize.
Yes. Oh yeah. Like those eggs. What do they call them? Little, what do they call that? When you find the little
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Easter eggs. Find the Easter egg in this video.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so nervous about starting videos that I went to what I like to do because I enjoy writing, and I can arrange my thoughts and what I want to say and get all the things in, because I was worried, well, I forgot that, I forgot this, I forgot that. And it really irritated me because I like to be thorough, and I get nervous about just talking to a camera. So
oh yeah, I know.
it's very weird. I can talk any other time normally, but you turn the camera on, it's like
Right.
It's so strange. So I would write everything down that I wanted to say, and then it was about focusing on not what I was saying, but how I wanted to say it. And it also allowed me that time to get used to talking in front of the camera. So that was, for me, the familiar buffer between the camera and myself, was using my writing to do that. And then as I became more comfortable, I was able to drop the writing away. Do I make more mistakes? Do I forget a lot of stuff? Yes. But I feel more comfortable, and I've learned to forgive myself for things I forgot to mention or messed up, or I'm like, it happens.
Yeah. I know. It's like, again, you just have to do it, right, Michi? That's what you're saying. Like you just have to set yourself in front of a camera and do it. And the nice thing about a live and like coming up on people's panel is that you have that opportunity to just get used to talking. And by talking to other people, it makes it a little bit easier, so that when you are doing it on your own, that then you're used to it. You just imagine that those other people that are watching you, are contributing to the conversation and just, you're talking to them and everything. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Make notes. Just write notes so you don't forget things or topics. Have your notes there, so that way whenever you start forgetting, oh, what was I was supposed to say, just glance at your notes and look at it. That way you're not sitting there fighting your brain while you're also fighting your anxiety of being on the camera.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and Jude, you talked about writing it down, and I used to write out like a full-on script, instead of just like bullet points. I had like the full script. But the thing is that no matter where I placed it, it looked like I was reading a script. So I'm like, dang it, I can't just write a script. Otherwise, I'm going to have to read it 100 times, try to memorize it. And that's going to take me even longer. I just need to talk. I just need to tell a story. And it's kind of hard to do because I want to plan it all out.
I'm glancing over the chat, and hi Mary, will work for yarn. I'm reading. I'm trying to catch up.
Oh, Mary.
She says I say hi.
Long time no see, Mary.
She sent me the sweetest book the other day. Thank you so much. She paid forward a little book. I'm gonna pay it forward too. Once I'm done reading it, I already know who I'm gonna send it to. She's so sweet.
I know, she is very sweet. I think she sent a package to Nisi at Freehandly Made, and Nisi didn't know where it came from, and we were just like racking our brains trying to figure out where it came from, and it was just super, super kind.
Mama G. I think she's a natural. She turns that camera on, and I think she just like you said, Mara, just imagine that the viewers are taking part of the conversation, because she does it like we're there with her. Like,
Yeah. This is a cute joke. My friend said to me, "What rhymes with orange?" I said, "No, it doesn't."
I love that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, my
She said,
heavens.
"The takeout bag will hold a full cotton cake." Yeah, 250 grams. Very cool. Dory's laughing at the joke that Nightbot gave her. Oh, that's a good idea. Mama G says, "Bridget, I want a takeout bag to use as a pocketbook." Yeah.
Why not?
Have you ever seen fabric with bathtubs on it? Oh, well, that would be a good question for my pink bathtub. That's for sure.
There you go.
Oh, but yeah, somebody was asking on mosaic, why do you have to cut it? Because mosaic it's a single-sided, kind of like plotted out design. And so like on the back, it just looks like the back of a single crochet or, double crochet. And so
I have a pattern that I have not started, and I was wondering about that.
yeah, well, it's just something that I'm barely learning about, but a lot of my YouTube friends do mosaic, and I have a big appreciation for it. I don't know that I want to do a giant show lock blanket, but
Oh, Sandrine's blanket is just
wow. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Sandrine is Purple Crochet and More with Dreeny, and she has done very beautiful mosaic work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mama G says, "Mara, you should make a video on how to set up Nightbot, etc. Us non-techie folks would love that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
There are actually some on there, but yeah. I mean, you just once you get the little I went with like looking at videos on YouTube on like finding the commands, and some of them worked and some of them didn't work, and and then Dawn Yarndall, she I can't remember if she was the first one that or if somebody else helped her get weather to figure out the weather one, and then then I was able to use it. And so a lot of people now have like the weather where you can just type in the word weather and your zip code and get, or weather and your city or a nearby city and your state, and it'll give you the weather for that area. And I think that's pretty fun. I like the jokes, and that is, the joke ones, and the yogi mindfulness quotes and the animal facts that I have set up. Now that one I had to do a deep dive down into how to program that. And it's like this algorithm, I couldn't tell you the algorithm other than somebody gave it to me. Not somebody, I found it in YouTube, and then I had to create the document. It's kind of like a raw text document that has to be formatted, like one missing comma and it won't work, one missing tick and it won't work, you put the period in the wrong place and it's not going to work. But for the basics like joke and dropping a channel, I would be happy to, help people with that, or maybe make a video on how you do that. The thing is, it's a little bit harder to set up Nightbot if you're using your phone for live streaming. So if you're using like a phone or a tablet, it's a little bit more challenging. But if you have a laptop or a desktop computer, then it's a little bit easier to do. And I know from using the StreamYard side of things, but if you're using, and Nightbot is separate than StreamYard or Restream. So if you want to connect Nightbot with your channel, you don't have to be using, a streaming platform like StreamYard. But I think it's helpful. Personally, I just like it. And I don't think I've ever actually gone live directly from YouTube. I've always used StreamYard for it.
I'm still unsure if we're going to take
Hey,
part
Michelle.
in starting lives or not, like on our channel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Well, you just do what you're comfortable with, and keep popping up on other people's lives. And I mean, it took me a while before I was ready to do it myself. And I mean, thankfully, from the encouragement from Dawn and from Carrie the Yarny Elephant and other people, and actually Thriss, they were like when I was ordering Thriss's subscription box, like her monthly yarn, I was like, for the first one, I told her, I was like, well, I was actually thinking about making a video when it comes. And she's like, I would love that. That'd be cool. And I was like, yeah, maybe I will, like, so I think one
Speaking
of the
of
first,
which, behind you, I think you have something is done in her yarn.
yeah, this is
That's great.
the fiddleberry poncho that I designed using yarn that Thriss dyed on one of her lives. And I don't know, were any of you at that fiddleberry yarn? Okay, do you remember who came up with the term fiddleberry?
Oh,
No.
no, I don't. I don't remember.
I know, so I can't remember. Somebody, came up with the term fiddleberry because she just fiddles and fiddles with her yarn. And yeah, I was lucky enough this was before people were like, like on Dee's Creative Hands Live, everybody was like dibs, 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 like on her yarn sale last week, but or earlier this week, I should say. But so like before people would like claim it, before it was even done being dyed, I was like, I sent her an email like, well, I'll take that yarn if no one else has claimed it. And she was like, no one's claimed it yet. So I feel pretty fortunate, because now I don't think you get to the, end of a live and get her hand dyed yarn unless you're quick on the draw. But anyway, yeah. And it sat for a while. It came to me in knitted blank form. And actually our background behind us, this blue knitted up yarn, is fiddleberry. It's one of the,
oh, cool.
Yeah, it's one, I took a picture of it when it was still in the knitted blank form. And yeah, and so it's, it doesn't look as dark as it does here in the room, but it's that blue section.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So anyway, yeah, this is the first project that I've designed. I mean, I think I wrote a scarf pattern that was inspired by the Divine hat pattern. That's a free Ravelry download. I've made so many of the Divine hats. I'm like, I need to make something that's kind of a similar pattern in the scarf version, which it doesn't really look like the Divine hat does. But anyway, I wrote like a scarf pattern, and that was the only thing I'd ever done. So this was my first ever, like,
that's wonderful.
Kind of a true wearable, but anyway.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely an accomplishment. It's not as easy as it seems. It really isn't.
Dory, she's like, Mama G, are you asking for a friend? Just saying, with regard to me making videos on how to set up Nightbot. Yeah, I think it is definitely helpful to put Nightbot to work for you, though. Having the ability to have people just type in a word so that it can drop their channel, it really does make the job of a moderator a lot easier. Like a moderator can then go look for a link for somebody who's not there, or, like at Granny D's lives when she does the Nutty Buddies of Distinction, and then people, you have to drop their links. Those people aren't always at her live, but the other people that want to just get their channel dropped, it's so nice to at least be able to do that. I think. So, hey, Dorita, welcome in. I know you've been here for a while, like probably 30 minutes. I'm going to scroll down. Got to scroll down.
I designed a wearable, but I'm not showing it yet because it was a challenge by Tiffany Hansen, Crochet with Tiffany Hansen. I don't know if you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm part of her crochet club membership, and she sent some yarn out to some of us members. And I normally don't work with one weight or two weights, so she sent me a 2-weight twister from Hobie,
Mhm.
and she said
Uh-huh.
to everybody, she sent one to design something, write the pattern, and then she's making a video with it right now with all of our finished projects.
Cool.
So once she shows that, once she publishes that video, I'm gonna show it. But it was a challenge, but I did it. I used the drunken granny stitch.
Oh, neat.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
show it.
Yeah, I want to wait until she has that, but yeah, here's my progress with my washcloth.
Yay.
I did single.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. Isn't it nice how quickly they can work up?
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Yeah, I did single, and then 4 rows of the double slip, and then 2 rows singles, and then now again I'm going to do 4 rows of the half double and slip. Looks cute. It looks good.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Hey, Zara.
I'm
I
like-
know I'm so behind. I'm so sorry, everybody that has come in. I'm just going to kind of skip down. I'm going to give about a 9-minute warning or whatever for the end of our live
Yeah.
stream. I want to be respectful. I know it's getting super late for you all, and some people do have to get up early for work and
Yes.
everything. So I so appreciate all of you in the chat for, sticking around and hanging out in the chat. And ladies, I've really enjoyed having you here. So thank you so much. And
Oh, it's been really wonderful.
we're gonna do this again, I hope.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you for
Oh.
having
Oh, thank you.
And this has been really
For the
says
invite.
Drop spindles are very nice, but so slow. I have 3 traditional wheels and an eel wheel, but I'm thinking of selling the eel wheel and one of the traditional ones as I don't care for. Yeah. It's funny. I know, like, Carrie, who's here, Jetton, she spins as well, and she has multiple wheels. I think once you start spinning, you get like a few, and then you probably have your, favorite ones.
Mhm.
Let's see.
I'm excited to try spinning.
Zara, she is making her morning coffee. Is it India, Zara?
I believe so.
Mama G says, I was thinking of buying the eel wheel, so let me know if you're selling yours. There we go. Maritz's channel. Yep, now would be a good time that if you haven't already dropped your channel, for those of you in the chat, please feel free to type the word mindful so that we can go and check out your channel. I can't believe how fast like 2 hours goes. It's like, I never once got caught up with the chat. My goodness. I've been like 15 minutes behind all night. Says stale peeps are the best. I open mine and don't eat them for 3 days. Then they're so yummy.
Well, now you know where to send the stale peeps.
Yeah, that's right. And Lydia says peeps can stay in the store. I won't eat them. Yeah, you and me both.
Me too.
Yeah. I eat jujubes when I knit. I'm an addict, so I try not to buy them anymore, says my pink bathtub. Yeah, Mama G agrees with Lydia. And there's Carrie. She says, I just sold my Nano 2 wheel and might sell my Eel 6 wheel, but only if I find another electric wheel I like better that can grow with me. Yes, so several of us, including Carrie here. We're going to be going to a fiber festival next weekend called the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival. And it is in Albany, Oregon. I was not sure, like my aunt passed away last week, and I've been kind of waiting to hear from my cousins on when they're going to do a burial for her. She didn't want like a traditional funeral, but like I'm not sure what's happening. But at this point, like I've had these plans for like, well, I actually have gone to the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival every year that they've had it for, for like 7 years. And I think they took a couple years off, due to the pandemic. But I
think Boss Kitty was talking about having a booth.
Yeah, I was going to say, and for those of you that are familiar with Boss Kitty, she's in Oregon and she's been preparing to go to the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival. And back in the beginning, late June, there was a black sheep gathering that I went to with Carrie, and they and I can't remember, she was there as well, but I don't think I really knew of her then. I mean, I don't know if she was, I actually did go to her booth, but she wasn't at the booth at the time. It may have been her husband. So I wasn't familiar enough to know like who she was at that time.
I think a couple people are leaving.
Yes.
Good night.
Yes.
To all those that are
No
going.
problem. We've got like less than 5 minutes. So I am scrolling down. Maybe I'm going to catch up. Maybe not. No way. I am 30 minutes behind. Holy cow.
Wow. I don't know if
Scrolling down.
Diane is still here, but she has a fiber festival that she's going to be taking place in coming up very soon.
Oh, who was that?
Diane from My Pink Bathtub Knits. There she is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she's here. She has a lot of beautiful gloves and hats and toys, and her booth is going to be beautiful. But
actually, I think I've tried hot tamale peeps. Her booth is going to be beautiful, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
If she could drop the link for it, if she has it on hand.
Oh, that would be
because
great.
there's a lot of people that are participating in it, and I was looking through the participants. I was looking at their websites, and I actually bought this dress thing from one of them already.
Oh, wow. Hey, Roberta. So sorry that I didn't see everybody that came in.
We don't have any festivals like that here.
Craft sale, not a fiber festival. I can't remember the name of it. I keep wanting to say sunflower something.
Very cool.
Scattered seeds. I do have something. My mind went sunflowers. Yeah, scattered seeds. I think if you Google scattered seeds craft sale, you'll come up with it. But there was a lot of really cool booths, vendors.
Mama G's like, I don't usually even know what I'm gonna do on the video when I hit play. Well, hit record. I was like, hit play. All right. Oh, good night, Dory. I'm sure you're already gone. Everybody says sweet dreams, Dory.
Yeah, she left a while ago, I think.
Yeah. I've seen many fabrics with bathtubs on it. She can find about anything. That's cool. Everybody said good night to Dory. Oh, there's the weather. I'm going to have to skip the weather, but I'm sure you all read your own weather. Oh, thank you so much. That's kind. Other than the fact that I'm like 30 minutes behind in the chat and I'm going to run over. Oh, oopsies. Yeah, they are. They are. I'm actually above 2,000 hours now. So I'm really excited
Wow.
about
That's
that.
What?
great, Mara.
Yeah,
That's
as
awesome.
I checked this morning and I was like just over 2,000 hours. So
That's great.
like 2006 or something like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just have 1,000 hours to go.
Wow.
Well, I mean, technically 2,000 hours and like 500 subscribers, but who's counting? Like for the first level of monetization, I just need 1,000 hours. So,
Mhm.
anyway, that's very cool.
That is very cool.
Well, I'm gonna close up crochet shop here for today.
I don't blame you. I know it's exactly 9 o'clock now, and I want to thank everybody. If I missed your comments, I apologize. I'm going to go back, and I really appreciate just that I've had the opportunity to have a nice conversation with these wonderful ladies. And I know we still have like about 18 people here, and so if you guys on the panel want to type mindful one at a time, and so that anybody who may have come in late can still go over and check you out, and let's get everybody up there. We do, like, as my friend OFG who was in the chat earlier at the beginning of the live, he says, you know, hashtag we grow stronger together, and I really do believe that. You know, we work together and we can help each other grow, and I learn from you guys, and it's just I really enjoy doing this, and let's keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, well, Dory was still there at least like 10 minutes ago, and she said night night. I thought for sure I missed her final comment like 30 minutes ago. Yes, and good night to Lydia. Good night to everybody. Again, thanks to everybody who's been watching and participating in the chat. Those of you that have just been listening, I appreciate it. And for any of you who's like watches this on replay, please do so for these. I hope you did so for these lovely ladies with me.
Thank you.
And just thank you so much to everybody.
Thank you.
I'm getting a little repetitive now.
Thank you, everyone.
No, thank you guys so much.
Thanks so
Very
much.
Hello,
And
replay
obviously,
people.
I'm not sure if I have an outro here, but ladies, just like, I know if you have to go, I totally understand, but if you drop down so I can say goodnight to you after we're done, I'm just going to kind of finish this out. And look, she came out of the bushes to say hello, Adele. Thanks so much for coming in. I should have known that she was there. A life of Ava. Wow. Good night. Good night. Am I getting close? I am. I'm 4 minutes behind. All right,
Alie,
everyone.
Bridget said that you're getting a package soon, I think.
I got your message too, Bridget. I don't know what you did, but I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you very much, honey.
Excellent. I know, well, hopefully Bridget will be able to join me sometime on here.
Yeah.
And anyway, thanks again. If any of you have any final words.
This has been a blessing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This has been awesome. It's been nice
For me
meeting
as
you,
well.
Michi, and nice chatting with everybody in the chat. It's been very cool.
Excellent. Well, we'll do it again soon. Take care, everyone, and be kind.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to drop you guys down. Okay. And anywhere, yes. Thank you, everyone.